Imagine having a dream so big that it could change your life forever. But what if the only thing standing between you and that dream was your own mind? This is the story of a boy named Dave, a boy with incredible potential, but a restless mind that always pulled him away from his goals. What happened when he finally faced his biggest challenge? Keep watching, because this might just change your life too. Dave lived in a small town, but his dreams were anything but small. He wanted to become a successful doctor, to help people, to make a difference. But there was a problem, a big problem. He had zero control over his mind. Whenever he sat down to study, distractions took over. His phone buzzed, social media lured him in, and his thoughts drifted. "I'll do it later. I still have time," he told himself. But later never came. His parents and teachers warned him, "Dave, intelligence alone is not enough. You need discipline. You need focus." But Dave didn't listen. He believed he was smart enough to succeed without effort. Then came the day that shattered his illusion. Dave took a scholarship exam, a golden opportunity to get into the best medical school. He was confident. He walked into the exam hall thinking he would ace it effortlessly. Days later, the results were out. And Dave had failed. Not just failed, he had performed terribly. Meanwhile, his friends, who had studied with discipline and focus, passed with flying colors. For the first time, Dave saw the disappointment in his teacher's eyes. He heard the whispers of classmates. "He's smart, but he wasted his chance." That night, he sat alone, staring at his blank notebook. The realization hit him hard. It wasn't my intelligence that failed me, it was my lack of discipline. Something had to change, but how? Dave had heard of a wise old man who lived on the outskirts of town. People said he had once been an ordinary man, but through discipline, he had transformed his life. The next morning, Dave made the journey to meet him. He found the old man sitting under a tree, his face calm, his eyes filled with wisdom. Dave bowed and spoke. "Sir, I have big dreams, but I can't control my mind. I get distracted, I waste time, and now I've failed. Please teach me how to focus." The old man smiled and said, "Ah, the restless mind. That is the greatest battle of all. Come, let me tell you a story." The old man began. Many years ago, there was a young man named Leo who dreamed of becoming the greatest archer in the kingdom. He was strong, talented, and quick, but he had one flaw. His mind wandered too much. One day, he sought out the greatest archery master and begged, "Teach me to be the best." The master took Leo to a riverbank, handed him a bow and arrow, and pointed to a floating leaf. "Shoot the leaf," he instructed. Leo pulled back the arrow and released, but he missed. The master asked, "What did you see when you aimed?" Leo replied, "I saw the river, the trees, the sky, and the leaf." The master shook his head. "That is your problem. A true archer sees only his target, nothing else." Leo trained for months, teaching his mind to focus only on the target. When the master asked him again, "What do you see?" Leo answered, "Only the leaf." This time, he released the arrow and hit the target perfectly. The old man looked at Dave. "Your mind is like Leo's. It jumps from one thing to another. If you want to succeed, you must train it." Dave nodded, eager to learn. "But how? How do I train my mind?" The old man smiled and gave him 4 simple yet powerful rules. Control your thoughts. Whenever your mind wanders, bring it back to the task at hand. Focus only on your goal. Create a routine. A disciplined mind needs structure. Set a schedule and stick to it. Eliminate distractions. Find what steals your focus, your phone, social media, TV, and remove them when working. Be consistent. Discipline isn't built in a day. Train your mind every day just like an athlete trains his body. Dave listened carefully. He knew this wouldn't be easy, but for the first time he felt a sense of clarity. Dave went home and made a study schedule. He deleted unnecessary apps from his phone. He put his phone away while studying. Whenever his mind wandered, he reminded himself of his goal. At first, it was hard. His mind craved distractions. But day by day, his focus sharpened. He could study for hours without losing concentration. Months later, he sat for another important exam. This time, he was prepared. And the results? Not only did Dave pass, he topped the exam. It wasn't luck, it wasn't just intelligence, it was discipline. Years later, as he stood on stage receiving an award for excellence, he remembered the old man's words. The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will take you anywhere. But if you train it, it will take you exactly where you want to go. From that day, Dave lived by one principle. Discipline your mind and success will follow. And you? Do you have a dream? Do you want to achieve something great? Remember, your mind is the only thing standing between you and success. Train it, and nothing will be impossible. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more life-changing stories.